Glenn's got his camera out again and again. This is going to be a little quick tip from my shop to yours. And you know, we've all had that little oops. And what am I going to do? Have you ever seen that little dimples in your top? How can you steam them out? Well, it's not that difficult. It happens to all of us at some time, and knowing how to fix this is actually not very hard. You only need two things. Soldering gun. You can also use a clothes iron and a little shot of water and a paper towel. So we're going to plug this in to get this hot. And at the end of the video, we're going to show you close up still, so you'll be able to see the progression of the dent and how we take that dent out. And you can actually see, we can put some pretty severe dents in here, and you're going to be surprised at how much of that will actually go away. So if you drop something on your top, it's not the end of the world. So let me show you how to fix and steam out a dent in your top. As you can see, we have some dents that we have to steam out. I'm actually going to circle these with a pencil. And we have 4 dings we're going to take out. And I'm not going to remove the pencil marks so that you will be able to see when we're all done just how drastic of a mark you can take out. Okay, the procedure is very simple. The spray bottle or just a very wet rag, and you can see I saturated it. And what will happen, the water will permeate the wood cells, and we're going to actually steam them and in essence re-inflate the wood cells. So I now have the wood wet, I have the paper towel wet, and I'm going to just take my soldering gun, and it's the big one, it's not the little one, and I'm just going to mosey this around that area. And they come up pretty quick. If you have a minor ding, it's really not a big deal. These will come up so very easy. And you can, if you need to, you can do this 2 or 3, 4 times. You can do it as often as you need to get them back up. Now, as long as you have compressed fibers, you're going to be okay. If you have sheared fibers, there you may not be able to get it all the way back up, but it's definitely going to come up enough that you will salvage the top and you will not lose the piece. If you can see, I am moving my soldering gun in a pretty good clip. I'm not letting it just sit still. And now I did the 3 light ones, and they're pretty much going to just disappear. Now the major one, that might be a little bit more interesting, but I think you're going to be quite surprised at how well this will actually go. And I'm using the wet paper towel, not only because it has more water, but that's also going to work as a barrier between the hot tip and the wood, so I'm not going to scorch my top. I don't know if the video is picking it up, but you can actually see the steam coming off of this pretty decently. And I can hear it. As long as I'm hearing the steam, I'm not too worried. And I'm not going just right on top of the ding. I'm actually working the whole area, probably about a ½ inch around. So I had 4 dings in here. 3 of them for sure are going to disappear. And that 4th one, which was really bad, is actually not bad at all. I'm just about done. Now it'll take a few minutes for the water that I sprayed on the top to totally evaporate. And once that is done, like I said, we'll be taking close-up stills, so you'll actually be able to see just how well this worked. to be honest with you, I would say that's as good as it's going to get. 3 of them are totally gone. The major one right here, there's a slight mark, just a slight mark, but that's going to sand right out, and you will see that. We'll actually sand it right before your eyes as soon as this is dry. So the miracle of television and editing, you'll see me in no time when this is all dried, and we'll make it look like a brand new top. Okay, now the top is all dried. We just took some stills of these 4 areas, so you'll actually be able to see how well the steaming performed. Those 3 areas are perfect. You probably wouldn't even need to do anything. The water raised the grain a little bit. This one here is just a slight amount that you can see, but you can see with just a couple of quick whacks with a sanding block, those marks are going to be disappeared. The top is saved, and you're not looking at a lot of time. And here we are. See if you can find the marks. My shop to yours. Thanks again. Bye-bye.